in these parts we'll need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes, it's not a very successful play.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
The slot man in motion right. Carr now on first down. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Bennett able to drop him for a loss of 4. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long.
Now, later one. 6:37. Easy, kill. Express.
To throw, it's Carr. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jared Cook, 71 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Carry for Thomas Rawls. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Eluding the pressure right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jared Cook, 87 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Wilson, a give to Rawls. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to finally wrestle him down for a huge loss, and that'll take us to 4th down. Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's John Ryan now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's taken at around the 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Cliff Averill in there to get him for a loss of 5. In motion, Patterson. Carr to throw on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a 2nd, but you're right, not to be. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Michael Bannon in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, Rawls. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, 57 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they create.
And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paul Richardson, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Letting one fly. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll try to get the running game going with rolls. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. Here's Wilson, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Navarro Bowman not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing is Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Sheldon Richardson able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. In motion, Patterson. Carr now to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll try to run with Rawls. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he's got the big tight end Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rawls will try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st down, Carr. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cliff Averill able to drop him for a loss of 4. That's something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 64 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. Carr finding Patterson there for a Raider first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They come out here in the eye. Now Carr throwing on second down. Touchdown, Raiders. Janikowski on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Khalil Mack getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here. The Seahawks on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 38. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Second down, Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Carr going to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Fresh set of downs here. First down, the run with Lynch. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the screen.